this is a very unexpected, like what you think is going on. We have spying, heart fog, shallow, possibilities, abandoned. So obviously right now, you feel like person in your heart space is spying on you, right? And that it's sending these mixed signals for you. And either you are feeling like hollowed out by this, or you think that these blocked emotions and them like spying in on you, whatever it is that they're seeing, noticing, whatever it is that they may have found out about by spying on you, that it has left them feeling hollow, this lack of depth, and making them wonder about the possibilities of what could have been from this situation had they not abandoned you. Almost as if you think that they are now feeling remorse for having abandoned you, and they're kind of reviewing their pride, like how their pride got in the way and how it caused themselves pain and how it caused you pain and all of that. And let's see what's really going on here. Divine Spirit, what's really going on with this energy that they're picking up on? Okay. We've got Three of Pentacles reversed, Seven of Wands reversed, Emperor, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, the Hangman. And that's what's really going on here. So hold on. One more for Three of Pentacles reversed, Seven of Wands. So this was going, we're still going to get there. We're still going to get there, but this just took a turn. This was promised. This is not where the message was going. So clarifying the Three of Pentacles reversed and the Seven of Wands reversed is the King of fucking Pentacles. I shit you not. We're going to put that to the side. Actually, I'm sure you still want me to get into that energy. We're going to put that to the side because the message that, anyway, clearly this person is actually spying on you, is learning from the heart fog, thinking about all the possibilities, and it maybe planning on coming in with an offer of sorts, some, new perspective as a changed man, what have you. That's not the point, though. The point of this is you understanding that regardless of what happens here, the outcome, the end game of this, that there is so much like merit and beauty in the journey that this is taking you on, what this is teaching you, what you're learning here, how you're being forced to grow here. Because as you feel this person's energy, you're constantly wondering, well, are they coming in now? Are they coming in now? Well, they must be spying on me because I feel their energy. And whether or not they're actually spying on you doesn't actually matter. What matters is your ability to sit in that energy and not let it affect you, not let it stop what it is that you're doing with your life, not letting it derail you. Because if this is something that's meant to be, that is actually what's going to bring this in. Continuing on with your life and not being halted by this energy. The feeling that I was getting with this is someone who is very codependent, very, very much like love will complete me. This person will complete me. This person will come in and you know, sweep me off my feet and make all my dreams and wishes come true. And everything will be magically perfect once I have this person in my life. And I'm here to tell you that a single person cannot be your end all be all, cannot be the, you know, your everything, your reason to breathe, your light, your happiness, all of that, your will to live and all of that. That a person just cannot be that. That's too much to put on a singular person, and you must complete yourself first. So what you're learning through this, because it's like, one, obviously I just cried from this because it was heavy, okay? It was really heavy. Clearly, like, what you're gaining from this is like fortitude. It's helping you like persevere, right? Like, it's helping you endure the absence of this person, which you don't realize it, but that is helping you to detach from the outcome of this person being your end game, because you're able to recognize, I can long for this person. I can desire this person to come into my life. Yes, it can be that we have this undeniable chemistry and connection that can sustain, right? But they're not in my life. And I can know that, I can acknowledge that, and I cannot let it break me. And I'm not letting it break me. That's the bigger thing here. As I literally, what made me cry, because it was like, once this immediately hit me, it was like, oh dang, this is a lot. You're no longer at the restaurant. You're not sitting in a corner you haunt, right? Life is not passing you by as you sit there right where they left you, right where they abandoned you. You're not just sitting there. You have moved on. Your life has moved on. Your life is full of wonder and possibility and joy. And it's filled with heartache, and it's filled with pain, and it's filled with longing, but it doesn't outweigh the other things. And that's the point, right? Like, we are going to experience the duality of life, the duality of love, right? And so it's that. And again, even this message alone, it does not mean, like, while I'm here to bring you some comfort and some peace of understanding, yes, there's purpose in this. Yes, you are actually on the right track here. You think, because obviously with being abandoned, you don't know. Obviously now I'm telling you, but like, you don't know this person is planning whatever it is that they're planning, right? Or changing in whatever way it is they're changing. You don't know this. You are still under the like understanding that you were abandoned, that this person kind of just left you with mixed signals and chose their pride over you and just caused you a bunch of pain. And I literally forgot even where Spirit was taking me with that. Which I think is the point. Hold on. Also, it's been a long morning already, and I was gonna go lay down, but like, this just kept coming through. Like, I just felt this overwhelming sadness and grief, and there it goes. It's, you think that because you're feeling this, because this is still such a like pervasive thing for you day in and day out, that means that you're not healing, that means that you aren't as focused, you aren't moving on and growing as you should be. You are, because you're handling it way better. Again, the point here is not that this person never comes up. You love them. You were in love with them. You were, you know, possibly planning a future with them, a life with them, and they abandoned you. That is a lot. That is a lot that is very heavy to work through. And it is the fact that you're working through it and not just stuck there, stuck on them like glue, right? Like, it may feel as though like you may never like want to open your heart again or anything like that. Like, that's literally just like what I just got, that like stuck like glue with them. I think there's a Sugarland song that's that. Whoa, stuck like glue. You and me, baby, we're stuck like glue. Or is it stuck on you? You and me, baby, we're stuck like glue. Whatever. One of the two. It's like you thought that you would never move on from this person. And I'm not saying you're at a point where you're ready to move on in that sense, but your life is moving on. And I think without you realizing it, your heart is opening to the possibility of of someone else. And that is the point here. And that, honestly, like, oh my God, okay, hold on. Control it. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. The overwhelm that I feel with that, like how overcome with emotion I am with that, just shows me how much pain you are actually transmuting, even though you don't realize it. Like you're in heart fog yourself, right? You're reeling from this, however long ago it was. But you're doing it. You're doing the thing. You're not stuck in some literally fantasies here. You're not stuck in some fantasy. You're not trapped in misguided loyalty. You see this for what it was. It was abandonment. It was pain. It was like shattering all the possibilities that could have been for you two, right? Like just taking what you thought was like real love and just calling it shallow, calling it nothing, right? Like treating it as if it was nothing, as if it was just like this hollow thing, and it left you feeling hollow, and you don't see it, but you are picking up the pieces from that. You are filling in the pieces of that. You're seeing this for what it is, and you're seeing yourself for who the fuck you really are, right? You're no longer dependent on someone else to be your happiness, to be your end all be all, and that's beautiful. And do I think that you consciously understand this, consciously are aware of this, 3D? No. Honestly, not even in the slightest, which makes me sad for you, but that's okay because this is a part of the journey again. It's just a part of the journey. But you're growing. You're growing. You just need to trust that like niggling feeling that you have in the back of your mind and like in the dark crevices of your heart that tell you to keep going, to keep pushing past this, because you will get past this. Literally, I'm just hearing it'll all get better in time. I'm sorry, that's just a very heartbreaking song. And honestly, this is some really, really heavy energy that I just have to kind of laugh through it. I have to kind of laugh through it. So let's see. I don't know that I should get into this energy with you. Like of them. I don't know that I should get into it. I don't know if it would necessarily do you good or not. Maybe it would help to bring you a bit of comfort. I'm hearing this now. Like maybe it would help to bring you a bit of comfort to know that they are changing, whether or not that change is being backed by or accompanied with the hope of rekindling something with you, coming back to you. maybe it can just be enough solace for you to know that this person is changing and growing so that they won't do this to someone else, right? They won't hurt you and they won't hurt someone else like they hurt you, right? Like someone else won't be left just sitting at the restaurant with them having to pick up the pieces of what they thought was going to be a life with someone. Because, you know, they are going from not learning their lessons, like not being willing, to taking a stand, seeing that something is worth fighting for, whether that something worth fighting for is themselves or this connection or both, right? They're doubling down on something. They're making a stand on something. I promise y'all, I promise y'all I do not just come in here just to burp like crazy. I'm gonna take that as an insane confirmation. Gross, but like insane. Bodily functions are not gross. Bodily functions while I'm recording. But that was insane. But anyway, so this is backed by, and why I feel like they're going from, because that's why I put a clarifier, why I feel like they're going from not learning from their mistakes to understanding that things are worth fighting for, worth taking a stand on, is the King of Pentacles coming out, clarifying it. King of Coins, that this little deck says. Because we know that like he's the ultimate provider. Literally strong sense of self-worth, financially stable, hardworking, dependable, successful, grounded, abundant, secure, stable. A dependable, grounded, secure, stable, strong sense of self-worth person does not abandon you. Does not abandon you. And then we had the Emperor coming after that. And then also the Ten of Pentacles, right? It's just like they're getting themselves together. And it could be on their end. Let's see. What lessons were they needing to learn? This other energy. First part out is healing. We know that. We got healing, trapped, elusive, return, sorrow. And again, possibilities at the bottom of the deck here. And that's why, the King of Pentacles was clarifying Three of Pentacles reverse and Seven of Wands here. It was a huge self-worth thing on their end. And it seems to be tied to finances, because for them, we have the Three of Pentacles reversed, King of Pentacles, Emperor, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and then the Hangman, and then Seven of Wands, obviously, that's on the floor. That's 4 Pentacle cards out of 7 that were pulled. So this is very much like what's going on in their world, right? They could have been struggling financially. It could have been that whatever, clearly their lack of self-worth was affecting their material world. They're literally double at the bottom of the deck here. Codependency, toxicity, energetic implants, you know, sometimes can, you know, hint at abuse, physical, emotional, whatever. I hope that's not the case here. I don't think that's the case here. That's not energy that I'm picking up in the slightest when it comes to them. But clearly there were other matters going on in their life, whether you know it or not, that were deeply affecting how it is that they showed up. Does not change anything. Does not change anything. But they are healing from feeling trapped, feeling stuck, which clearly, like, we see that clearly with the things that were going on in their life. They weren't learning their lessons, and Spirit was kicking their behind. It was like, whatever it is that they were going for was hiding from them, or like being hidden from them, and they themselves were being very elusive, very dishonest, very deceptive. And now they're thinking about, and that's why they're spying on you. They're spying on you and thinking about a return. But thinking about that return reminds them of all the sorrow that they caused you. And that's something that they have to focus on. That's their own axe to grind, right? You know, that's cause and effect. If it isn't the consequences of your own actions, sort of energy here. I just want to quickly see how Spirit is guiding you to I don't know if I want to get how Spirit is guiding you to handle that should this come in. I don't say should, return came out. Like they like, and before that, spying and all of that. So like they're, you know, they're wanting it. They're wanting it. And Ten of Pentacles came out, right? Like clearly they're Emperor too. Like they want a family of sorts. They want stability. Whether it's with you or not, that's left to be determined. But I just want to see how Spirit is guiding you moving forward. Overall, not just with this person. Did you see how that just fell out, y'all? Okay, hold on. We got Ace of Cups, King of Pentacles reversed. Okay. You're not gonna like this. I'm so sorry. I feel as though, yes, this person abandoned you. Yes, they were not a nice person. Yes, it's really, really good that you're moving on, that you're not so stuck at the restaurant, that you're moving on from codependency. And that wasn't the point of the initial message, so I didn't get too much into it. But that codependency lends to a lot of other issues. You're not innocent here. How you're being guided to respond is, or like just within your life showing up, you've done all this growth. You've brought in these new feelings for yourself and life and love, these new beginnings that could lead to new romantic offers from this person or another person. But just overall, you know, just giving you this overflow of love, this abundance of love, right? Your cup runneth over, so much so that you have more than enough to share and give to other people. That is something that you need to keep in mind. Shouldn't, if this come in, you do not need to approach this emotionally immature, focus only on yourself and how this made you feel. Yes, you need to prioritize that. Yes, you need to set boundaries, but don't forget what it is that you long for here, a new beginning, right? But the energy here, you might not be acting like it, or it's just something for you to remember. Whether or not that new beginning involves this person, right? Literally, full reverse. Only fools rush in, holding back, reckless, lack of faith, restless, foolish, impulsive. Don't be any of that, right? Like, don't be so quick to only focus on yourself and then be incredibly impulsive and expect this to just be some whirlwind romance, right? The brighter it burns, the quicker it falls, or something like that, whatever that little saying is. And don't be caught up in a web. Like, don't be trapped in your mind if this is slow, if there's no movement here. again, regardless of outcome. Because the biggest thing we started this out with is that you are releasing attachment. You are letting go. You're moving on with your own life. So whatever happens with this doesn't necessarily matter. And it might be stuck for a little bit. It might be. But don't fall, that's the trap that you've fallen into before when it comes to this. You get so caught up in this, so codependent on whatever this looks like, that you forget that you are closing out lessons of your own, right? Don't leave unfinished business here. Taking shortcuts, disappointment. Just release any expectations of what this could be, right? And we also have High Priestess reversed here. This is crazy. All of these came out in reverse. I mean, like, yes, but no. High Priestess, keeping it all in, disconnected, withholding, suppressed intuition, secrets, missing information, isolation, kept in the dark. Going back to the King of, did I say Pentacles? King of Cups reversed. That makes so much more sense. King of Cups reversed. Don't be in that energy. How the King of Cups reversed lacks emotional maturity, is only focused on their own feelings. Don't be so focused on needing to know what it is that happened, why what happened, right? Like why they abandoned you and all of this. Either you'll find that out, either they will willingly offer that information up to you, or they won't. Excuse me. Are we done? Either they'll offer that information up for you, to you, or they won't. Don't go hunting for it. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Literally just start playing in my head. Be okay with whatever is provided. Now, obviously, if they're seeking to rekindle, you'll eventually want answers to this deception. Let that be revealed in time. Don't force someone to reveal that to you. Not because you're not deserving to know or anything like that, but because it goes back to impulse. It goes back to not trusting, to just rushing into something, to only being focused on how it is that you felt. Regardless of if it's okay how they acted towards you and the pain that they caused and everything. One, they're already aware of that. But two, there are likely reasons of their own, like attached to them, as to like what led to this. And if you want something with this person, you actually have to care about that, right? It can't just be me. So like just release, literally. 10 of Pentacles at the bottom, not 10 of Pentacles, whew, my words. 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck here. Heavy load. Release the load. Release the need to know. Release the timing of all of this. Let this happen. Let this unfold naturally for yourself. And see what happens. See the clarity that is brought to you. Right? And the mental growth, the mental agility you'll get from this as well. So it's like you're healing now. You're moving on with your life now, and that's all fine and dandy. But what happens when your trigger comes back into your life? How do you act then? Are you remembering those lessons when this comes back into your life? Regardless of the impact. I cannot stress that enough. The end game here does not matter, and I think that's a huge part of what you're learning here, of why there are so many like weaving roads here along this journey for you, because you're learning that the journey is the point. The end stop does not matter. That's why you shouldn't just focus on the end stop. That's why all of this can't be worth it for whatever the end stop is. You're growing, you're experiencing life. You're being put through trials and tribulations because that's just what happens when you enter this vessel for a human experience. You live, you love, you grow, your heart breaks. Anything else, Divine Spirit? That kind of flew out, but we're gonna take it. And that just flipped over. And that did fly out. You've got Judgment on its side, Death reversed. Death, and it's so funny, I didn't even try to, but I put Judgment reverse. So that's just how we're going to take it. Lost it there for a second. Reverse, Death reverse, obviously like internal change, internal alignments that are being made. Allow yourself to be rebirth. Allow this to be rebirth, whatever that rebirth looks like. Clear and purge. I'm pretty sure it's like the first thing that this card says. And this one, I'm pretty sure, is learning from karmic cycles, right? Like, that is what's being cleared and purged here. Your inability and their inability to learn from karmic cycles on both ends, because clearly this codependency thing is a huge thing for you, just as abandonment is a huge thing for them. They run every time and you get overly attached every time, and both of you are learning from that. Both of you are learning how to like clear out and deal with this mental anguish, this like I don't know, like Nine of Swords is just very like hollow, like achy, just like, ooh, that level of anguish sort of thing. Learning not to live in the past, clearing out the past, what the past did or didn't do. And this came out reversed, but pulling up the card, I flipped it upright. We're gonna take it as both. Of like what is being cleared and purged in the reverse, and then what is being rebirthed upright. Cleared and purged. Inauthentic relationships, misalignment, a false sense of security, imbalance, broken, discord. A false sense of security here is big, because they have that in terms of their self-worth, and clearly you would have that too, just in a different form, right? Two sides of the same coin, or different sides of the same coin. Whereas again, you cling on and they avoid. Both having to do with the sense of security, what gives you security, what gives you safety. That is what's being cleared and purged. This unhealthy, this toxic manifestation of this energy. What's being rebirthed here is authentic relationships, authentic connections, stable connections, reliable connections within yourself, and being able to build that with other people. It also speaks to divine love and peace and, you know, idyllic love and all of that. So that's what's happening here for you with this. And again, I cannot stress this enough, and they cannot on my behalf stress this enough. It is not whether or not you end up with this person. Divine love can just be divine love within self. Divine union, first and foremost, is within self. That is what is important. When we speak of divine love and divine union, it is always first within self. Both of your opposing sides, your opposing energies coming into harmony, coming into one being, and that allowing you to ascend and you know, chase your dreams and all of that, and be fulfilled. And if it is in the cards for you, if the wheel is turning that way for you, if this is that lifetime for you, then yes, it is also coupled with the union with another. But the focus here is union with self, within self, right? Righting the wrongs of your past and coming into wholeness in that way. That is the focus here. That is the beautiful thing here. And that is what you need to stay focused on. And that is what's going to keep you out of the restaurant. Love you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye.